are set to begin. Evansville has won 7 of 11 meetings against the Storm this season. Looking for number 8. Quad City looking for number 5, and we're underway here at Ford Center. Seconds here, Semino into the zone onside, but broken up by Gagnon. Back to center, McPhee is on it, and we'll run out of time. All right, no loss of manpower, carrying over penalties, back and away at full strength here in the second period. Evansville with opening possession. Tommy Seacos, Tyson Gilmore face off to the right of CC. The Storm win the draw. Noah Massey toward the net, saves CC, and it rolls into the rebounds. Now CC arguing quickly that there should be goaltender interference. There was contact at the top of the crease. Look again on the board, and yeah, there was some contact. Officials aren't going to come over here and talk about this. There was definite contact with CC, and he was in the blue paint. He was very emphatic. Scott Curran on this one. Double team. Gagnon back to the far side for Giroux. Tied up. Price battles. Poke back to the point. Free puck. Dylan Massey can't clear. Now it is out. Diving and missing was Seacos. Back into the zone and onside where the lane is Curran. He shoots. He scores! A supreme strike by Scott Curran ties it at 1. And this goal coming up a Storm turnover at the defensive blue line. Just enough space up the right side. Let the rest shot go from the hash marks. And that one goes, I believe, just under the glove, over the pad. Curran denied back of the first frame, makes this one count. High fly to the Storm line, the Evansville line, clear back to center. Mike Moran turns it back in. This is going to roll to CC, and Seacos. Little snow shower to CC after he covered the puck. That draws a response from Evansville. Semino's got a hold of somebody, but just holding on. Davis Kirkendall. Kirkendall will back off, and Semino will just keep watch. Things will settle down here now. There's, again, a little snow shower from Tommy Seacos, and whenever you do that in an opposing goaltender, you're going to draw a response. As they're back on away, puck to the Thunderbolt 10 boards. Matson to the near wing side. Storm on the attack here. One shot on goal so far, but some good zone time. Evansville doing a good job keeping things to the perimeter so far here in the period. This is Sanders. Back pass finds a shot on goal that goes just wide, rather, on CC. That was, I believe, Mitchell Hyde had that shot that just missed. Battle on the far corner. Puck toward the side. The net deflects and goes in. Not sure how that one found daylight on the far post. And the Storm take a 2-1 lead. Johnny Witzke back for Quad City. Back to the neutral zone. Vanderveen hands it back. Quick reset for Evansville. Vanderveen, here's Miles Abbott trying to break in. Scott Lane to the net, he scores! It is Isaac Chapman with 1:06 to go in the second period. And we're tied again at 2. Chapman able to get through the traffic and take it right to the blue paints as he turns on the afterburners. Between the wickets of Brad Moran, that is a huge goal for Evansville with 1:06 to go in the second period. And again, the Thunderbolts have answered back. Boyson, final 5 seconds of play here in the second period. Flip up the far glass onto Scott Curran. Time runs out. Just under 2 seconds away from maybe a good scoring chance, but none there. But Evansville gets the tying goal with just over a minute to go in the second period. Evansville trying to get the job done here and clinch a return to the President's Cup playoffs. For the Storm, looking for another 2 points to get closer to that mark. They need 5 more points with Macon's loss in regulation tonight. No carryover penalties or loss of manpower. Tie game at 2 going into the third. Shots to flame is 26-13 Evansville, but it boils down to a 2-2 tie with 20 minutes of regulation remaining. Starting line against starting line, and get it started once again in the third. Back and away here in Evansville. Were in the Quad Cities 2 nights ago. Off the draw, pops back towards Brent Moran, handled by Fournier. Off the double team, trying to force a turnover. Boyson on it, out of the zone it goes. Lead for Smirnoff across the line. The back pass on to Stoychevsky, and a glove save by CC. His best of the game for Cole CC keeps us tied at 2. As Stoichevsky able to corral the puck and get it on goal, and that's a great glove stop. Near side, Boyson picked up by Curran. Hobbs. Hopper to the net front is blocked. Play to the far glass. 5 seconds to go. Toward the net front. Curran. Deflection. Gilmore shoots. Save. And the play goes dead as the clock expires. And we're going to overtime. The Thunderbolts get a point. The Storm get a point. With that point, the Thunderbolts have clinched a return to the President's Cup playoffs with Sanders and Johnny Witzke. On the way is overtime. 5 minutes until somebody scores. Evansville with opening possession. We'll set this one back to Mitchell Height with 10 seconds left in overtime. From his end boards, shadowed by Scott Curry, 5 seconds to go. Now 4 seconds. And we're going to go to a shootout. Brent Moran, 43 for 45. The Storm will elect by way of Evansville's election, will shoot first. It's going to be Devin Sanders. Devin Sanders to start the shootout on Cole Cece up the left wing side. Through the circle, goes forehand and he misses wide. And now it'll be Evansville up. And this, I believe, is Miles Abbott. Indeed, and he is 3 for 10 in his Thunderbolts career. We'll round up the bottom of round one for Evansville up the left side. Moving in on Brent Moran. And a save by Brent Moran. Abbott trying to sneak it back to the forehand. And Brent Moran with the poke check. No goals in round one. And Brandon Stoichevsky will go for the Storm. And again, 5 goals in the last 3 games against Evansville. We'll go up now to start the second round for the Storm. Moving in, straight in, hits the post. That's CCB, but hit iron. And a break for Evansville. As he went blocker side high. Scott Curtin for Evansville. He is 6 for 11. It is tied with Evansville. And here he comes to the bottom round 2 on Brent Moran. Off the far side, moves in. He hits it, goes in, it went in. It was in and out quickly off the left post, in and out quickly. Evansville strikes first in the shootouts. Through 2 rounds they lead, and again, it was in and out quickly, but it definitely went in. So now again, defending that lead is Evansville. Leif Madsen for the Storm to start round 3. Moving in a little more slowly, Serpentine moves in, backhand, and he scores to tie it up at 1. So now the Thunderbolts will try to take the lead back at the end of the 3rd round. Isaac Chapman, it'll be his first shootout attempt with Evansville. 1 goal tonight, 1 goal on Thursday. Isaac Chapman up the left wing side. Moderate speed, hits the post, short side. Post on each end, and we're tied up through 3 rounds. And so this will send out Sava Smirnov. One shootout to start round 4. Sava Smirnov up the right side. Goes backhand, forehand, and he missed it wide. Try the old Eric Christensen move. Those familiar back in the late 2000s. That was a move he was famous for. Well, Eric Christensen was one of them anyway. There was another one to play for Dallas who was good at that move. Here come the Thunderbolts. This is Tyson Gilmore. He is 1 for 4. Moves in, 4 backhand, and ran out of room. I think he had trouble with the puck as he went to the backhand. So now we go into round by round here in the 5th. Brody Giroux, 1 goal for him tonight. To start the 5th round for the Quad City Storm. Moving in on CC, save by CC. Came in, didn't make a move, just took a clean shot away, and CC got it with the left pad. So Evansville can win it here if they score. Hayden Licke has some great hands. He is 1 for 3. This season, Evansville can win it for Evansville. Moving in is Hayden Licke. Goes backhand, and a save by Moran, and will keep on going. To round 6. Quad Cities score back in the third round. Leaf Madsen will go for attempt number 2 of the evening to try to give the Storm the first shootout lead of theirs in this sudden death round. Moves in with similar movements. That time Cece makes the save. This time didn't go for as many moves. Same movement of ice, but not the same finish. Scott Carr and Evansville score back in round 2 goes up. Now 7 for 12 and 1 for 1 tonight. Can win it for the Thunderbolts. Here comes Scott Carr in the bottom of round 6. Moves in on Brett Moran. Hits a save by Moran. Through 6 rounds and on to round 7. Brandon Stoichevsky, who hit the post, will go in again on Cole Cece. Right down the middle. Backhander, and he scores. Upstairs on the backhand, and now the Thunderbolts will need a goal to keep it going. It's going to be Matt Dorsey. He is 0 for 4. Certainly overdue. We'll try to keep it going here for Evansville. Moving in is Matt Dorsey. Unable to do it. And again, Evansville loses in a shootouts by a 3-2 score.